Hi everyone, my name is Callie, Goode, and this is the Hope Hugs and Happiness podcast. I'm so thrilled and honored to be joined by my wonderful friend Dharma Fausett. Hi Dharma, thanks for joining me here today.
Hi, Callie. I'm super happy to be here.
Yeah. So Dharma, tell us a little bit about you and where you are right now and what you're all about.
Okay, cool. Well, yeah, my name's Dharma. I am now in Lawton, Oklahoma. I was living in Hawaii less than 2 months ago. So this is a big transition, but we're doing it. I am a mom of a 4-month-old baby. I am a business owner, and I love to help people live healthy lives and improve their mind, body, and skin because it's all connected. So that's what I do. I'm obsessed with healthy living, and I consult people on being healthier inside and out.
Awesome, I love that. Yeah, actually one of my goals for this year is to become a holistic coach myself.
I
So
love
yeah,
that.
I'm currently in holistic coaching school.
That's incredible.
Yeah,
Well done.
yeah. So I'm really excited about that piece as well. So
Definitely.
tell us a little bit more about what you do as far as how you help people find healthy living with all of those components.
Yeah, for sure. So, I mean, I guess I can start with like how I got into it. I've always been a healthier person. Like my mom raised me pretty healthy. So I've always had healthier living habits. But despite everything I did and tried, I always had really bad acne from when I was 14 till I was about 26. And my mom and I knew, your body's trying to tell you something. There's some sort of imbalance. There's some sort of something that's creating this acne, because it wasn't just teenager acne, it was more. And we tried so many things and nothing seemed to work until I got to Hawaii. And I was 26 at that time, and I discovered my brand. I'm partnered with a company called Arbonne, and my business partner Ben reached out to me on Instagram, introduced me to it, and I did the company's 30 Days to Healthy Living program, knowing that my outside was reflecting my insides. So I was like, well, let me see. I'm already healthy, but let's see if this helps. And it was incredible. Like the combination of the whole foods and the nutrition supplements just absolutely transformed my skin. And then I combined it with the vegan plant-based skincare. And it was just a game changer. I mean, I'm sitting here in front of you. My lighting's not very good, but I don't have a filter on. I don't have makeup on, and I'm just really confident in my skin. And I never, ever thought I'd be able to do that. And so that's what I do now. What's my primary focus? Because we have all sorts of plant-based vegan products that are toxin free, but I really like to get people through the 30 Days to Healthy Living program, because that's my passion. That's what really transformed my life. And I always vowed, I was like, if I ever get rid of this acne, I'm just going to help people get rid of their acne too. And so it's so cool that I get to do that now as part of my
Yeah.
online business.
Isn't it funny how we find our passion based on what's happened to us in our own lives?
Always.
And it really drives us to serve other people as well. So
Yeah. And it's important because being a business owner and an entrepreneur, it's not easy. So if you're doing something for the wrong reasons, you like get burnt out. But if you're doing it because you love it and it's a passion, then it's something you can persist in, even through the ups and the downs and the hard days and all that.
exactly. No, I love that. And I think your story is so powerful, not only for yourself, but other people who have the same struggles. And and it is really all about wellness from the inside. And I think there's not enough focus in our collective world about eating healthy, about our mindset. I mean, it's all out there, but it's not being blasted on TV and like on big platforms where the majority of people intake their material. And so
Right.
I find that really sad, but I think that's an avenue that people like me and you can take those challenges, or like my teacher in college used to say, the gaps in the conversation, and really, expose them and fill those gaps with something great. So
I agree. That's a great viewpoint. And I'm really happy that you're of the same holistic mindset. 'Cause that's what I'm
yeah,
all about. I love it. And it's frustrating when you hear people counter it or just be completely oblivious to it. It's like,
exactly.
got a lot of work
Yeah,
to do. But I do feel
yeah,
it's shifting. I do feel like in general, especially younger generations are more aware of holistic practices and alternatives and not just medication and,
right,
healing yourself from the inside.
right. And McDonald's and all of that stuff, it
More fast food are trying to be healthier and have
right,
healthier
yeah,
alternatives and vegan alternatives, which I
right.
think is a pretty big deal.
Yeah, I mean, at least it's raising awareness to an alternative lifestyle that people didn't
Yeah.
consider before. So that is a step in the right direction. But
Mhm.
I just wish that we could get more actual fruits into people's hands, as
Right.
do you, I'm sure. And it's like, I want to be one of those influencers that step into those spaces and
Mhm.
not be like a lot of the YouTube culture that talks about like, going to McDonald's and trying their new whatever. And it's like, that's that's the wrong
So true.
message to be sending. So at
Yeah.
least in my point of view. So
No,
I
I
think you and
agree.
I have a really big mission to fill that gap.
Yeah,
And
we won't partner with McDonald's.
yeah, exactly. Or Burger King or any of those places.
Yeah.
But yeah, I when I first met you, oh wow, it's probably been over a year ago. Like
I think so.
I was so surprised by the connection that we had, being both raised in a more holistic mindset, and we found each other in a very powerful community that celebrates people stepping completely into their wholeness, into their like sovereignty, into their true power. And I think that's so important. And through
Absolutely.
this whole experience, I've met so many people like you who are on the same path and page. So I
Yeah.
think that's really powerful.
It is, and it's very cool how the internet and Facebook groups and events connect us, because if I look at the people that I spend my time with in person, I'm the outcast usually because I'm the entrepreneur, I'm the healthy one, I'm the super positive one. And unfortunately, I'm not super surrounded with people like that in person. But then online is like so many, and like events, like I'm going to an event next Wednesday for my company, and I'm going to meet my team members. I'm going to see my brother and my family, and they're all very entrepreneur minded. So it's going to be
Great.
really
Yeah, that's great. And I think through this whole transition that the world is going through, both physically and spiritually, I think it's moving us to a space where we want more holistic ideas, where we want more freedom, whether it be about our jobs or our
right.
lifestyle. So I think if we can all promote those things and push those things out into the human collective as much as possible, we're doing our part into what God truly brought us here to do. And
Yeah.
I
And
don't
we're doing
think that's by
it
mistake.
even with this podcast. We're doing
Yeah,
it.
yeah, that's what a lot of people have mentioned. They're like, you're doing it, and this is obviously, if you know me, you know that I've been doing it, or I've had this in the works for a long time. So it's
Right.
nice to see it in some kind of finality and
Totally.
moving forward. So I really
Yeah.
appreciate your time, because I know you're in a big physical transition and you have a sweet little voice. So tell us how that's the other thing I wanted to mention. Tell us how motherhood has played into your business and how it's empowered you to not only be a great mom, but also work and raise your son.
It's a big, big challenge. One of the biggest challenges ever, because it's very like tearing, like I want to build my business and an empire and set an example and do a really good job for Phoenix, my son. But at the same time, I want to be fully there with him. So it's like, I want to do both things for him, but then it's finding that, I don't like to use the word balance because I don't believe in finding balance. I believe in just doing the best you can and being obsessed across all areas of life and just making it all work. But that's
Yeah.
so much easier said than done.
Right.
Especially when then you throw like sleep deprivation in there and just figuring everything out from scratch.
Right.
Doesn't matter how many books you read till you're a mom yourself. You don't know until you're there.
Right.
And so we're figuring it out. But yeah, it's very inspiring and motivating it fires me up to just do more. And I know that he's watching me every step of the way. So it's just like, I want to practice what I preach and I want to set a good example for him. So that's really cool. And yeah, I'm every day I'm learning and I'm moving forward and enjoying the moments because he's going to grow up so fast. So when I'm with him, I'm fully with him. And when I'm not with him, like right now, I have little windows throughout the day, not very many, where I'm not with him. So I'm doing this right now, and then I'm going to go and be fully present and really enjoy.
I think that's really important. And I also think what you said about balance is really important too, because I don't believe in balance either. I think balance is something that no one can achieve. You just have to juggle everything and do the best you can. Like we were talking about earlier this week, trying to schedule this and just making it all happen. And somehow I'm on week 5 of this crazy schedule I set out for myself, and I'm making it happen. It's crazy and busy, but I'm pushing through, and I'm sure you've had those moments since Phoenix was born. It's like, okay, this is not perfect, but at least I'm taking forward steps. So
yeah, and you just figure it out. You make mistakes and you learn and you keep moving forward. I was watching a vlog today with Fraser Brooks, who's like an expert in the network marketing social media field. And he was talking about balance and how people are like, oh, I want balance. And it's like, you can't really have balance in like one day. Maybe you can achieve some form of balance in a week where like Monday comes and you wake up and you take the kids and you work and you take them out and you go to the gym and you're trying to do and you're like, oh, I'm so out of balance. But it's like, it's just Monday, like, get through Monday, get through Tuesday, get through Wednesday, then Saturday comes. Maybe you can take a step back. You can spend some family time. Sunday, you can clean the house. And like, that's kind of a balance to just work things out that way, but don't be like, I'm failing, or you want to achieve this balance every single day, all the time. That's just not, it's not a thing.
Right. Well, I know that not having kids is different, but for me, I'm usually scheduling content on the weekends or producing content. That's what I do, and that's
a lot of
my
people
balance at the moment. But so I think the whole community that we met in is also not about balance. It's about going as hard as you can, as fast as you can, and just throwing down and making it all happen in the midst of it.
And again, it's like work hard, play hard. So you're gonna work, you're gonna do what you're doing intensively, no distractions, full focus. And then when you do rest or take a vacation or whatever, then you're fully doing that. You know what I mean? Like you can fully just do what you're doing it when you're doing it. I'm a big believer of that.
Exactly. No, I love that. So as we wrap up, because I know that little one won't stay away from mommy very long, so I'll get you in and out. But my last question is, how do you add hope, hugs, and happiness to the planet?
So hugs, I give lots of hugs to my baby boy. And obviously with COVID, or I don't know, I couldn't say that, whatever, with what's going on in the world, you can't really hug people very much, but virtual hugs of just like encouragement and inspiration and motivation to my followers. I love doing that. Hugs, hope. I think by setting a good example and just like showing the way and showing my mistakes and that I'm real and that I just overcome and I keep going. I can give hope to other people that are trying to do similar things than I am. And then happiness, but just having a smile. I always try to have a smile, especially if I'm on camera. Um, and even when I'm not, like when I look at my son, I smile at him. You know, you want to portray happiness. And if you have a smile on your face, you probably will feel happy. So I just hope that I see people on the street, I smile at them, and that somehow that transfers happiness into that person's life, and then they pass it on, and it's like a trickle effect.
Right. We're all sunshine for someone, right?
Yeah, you
And
never know what people are going through either.
yeah, I love all your content online. You're
Thank
one of
you.
my favorite people to watch on TikTok and Instagram, and because you just have this like radiant energy that is like literal sunshine. So I really appreciate that about you.
Thank you. Thank you
Yeah,
very much.
yeah. Well, it's all a journey, isn't it?
All to just
Like
enjoy it.
like a
Mhm.
year ago or 2 years ago, I was petrified of being on camera. Like you would have never caught me doing this. So, I mean, we all grow in our own time and we all figure things out and we all, we all are what we are at whatever time we need it. And then we step into some kind of leadership role and we're saying, okay, we have to put ourselves out there and just do the best we can. And that's
Yeah.
kind of my mindset with this whole podcast is,
Mhm.
just doing the best I can and having people and featuring their stories and what they do. And it might not be fancy editing yet and all of that jazz, but that's okay. At least I'm pushing myself out there and also pushing other people
Yeah.
at the
You're
same
taking
time. So
messy action, which is better than no action. Just keep taking messy action. You'll learn, you get better. You learn, you get better. You learn, you get better. So you're
exactly,
doing it.
yeah.
And I'll have you on my podcast too.
Okay, yeah, that sounds great. Well, everyone, I know Dharma has to get back to that bouncing baby boy. So we'll cut this one a little bit short, but thank you so much for watching and I'll catch you next time. Bye.